what it's like when you first meet the male zodiac signs. Aries are just hot, okay? Like, whether it's their personality or their looks, something about them is so fucking hot. It's like, they're addictive, like a drug. But the problem is, you think you can fix them, and you think you're gonna be like this exception to like change their entire life. You're not. They're not gonna change, okay? It's not happening. Aquarius men are just so fucking charming. Like, you are gonna be so attracted to them, but you're gonna see they got a lot of baggage. When you meet a Cancer dude, you're gonna be like almost in awe of how playful and fun and just like living in the moment they are. But then you realize all they really want is to just fuck and control you emotionally. Like, I don't know what's up with that. Pisces men are so fucking likable when you first meet them. Like, you're so drawn to them. It's like, wow, like, how are you this perfect? Until you get to know them a little better and they show you all of their many flaws, and then you hate them. Like, you always end up hating them. Your first impression of a Leo is gonna be, damn, this motherfucker's cocky. And do not get it twisted, they are cocky. But if you can survive long enough to get past that, you'll see their little soft side, and they're just little titty.
Stop being so fucking nice and show them how crazy you are. I don't want to act like that. That's the thing. I don't want to be that type of person. It's not about who you want to be. It's who you gotta be so people can stop their shit. Apologize.
Oh, I won't do that. Apologizing is for the weak and wrong, which is why you should do it to me because you are weak and wrong.
Please leave your message for
I get sprayed. I get sprayed. I get sprayed. I get sprayed. Get sprayed. I get sprayed. I get sprayed. I get sprayed.
Zodiac signs responding to their haters.
You're so selfish.
Excuse me? I just know when to put me first, and that's all the time.
You're so materialistic.
Last time I checked, we were living in the material world, and I'm a material girl. Then I realized that the universe is all connected, and that's why aliens are real.
You talk too much.
You don't understand what it's like to have brilliant, world-changing ideas running through your mind 24/7.
You're so emotional.
I am a human being, not a robot, and my emotions allow me to have the most fulfilling experience that life has to offer.
How come you're so into yourself?
Same reason you're so into me. Because I'm awesome.
Why are you such a perfectionist?
Because I'm perfect.
I can't do it. My tummy hurts.
Turn it off.
True or false? This is each zodiac sign drunk.
why you should date these zodiac signs. If you want a zodiac sign that's going to confuse you, have you constantly question if you even want to be in that relationship, definitely get you a Gemini. Only sign you can love and hate at the same time. If you want a zodiac sign that's going to defend you when you're not there, but laugh at the jokes if they're really funny, get you a Leo. If you want a zodiac sign that always has jokes about you, loves to play devil's advocate just because they want a conversation to start, even if it'll make you mad, get you an Aquarius.
How to solve loneliness. But before the video, I have a message for you. Sorry to interrupt, but if there's something or someone that's been affecting you recently, whether it's school, work, or relationships, or you just want to know yourself on a deeper level, come to Instagram and shoot me a DM for the Zodiac tests that I've just finished making. I'll answer your questions by writing you long paragraph explanations after carefully examining your astrology chart. Everything is typed out by myself, and I really try my best to give you a thorough explanation on these readings. See you on Instagram. Okay, now back to how to solve loneliness. Just date someone. Isn't loneliness good? How to tell how much she liked you. How well I treat her is how much I like her. How depressed I become after we break up is how much I like her.
Today we are ranking the moon signs, most to least chaotic, so let's get into it. First up in our stability on 10 category, we have Taurus moons. Taurus moons are unfazed. They are the strength for the rest of us. Next up, we have Libra moons. Libra moons value harmony and balance over everything. They're able to see all sides of a thing. They don't get carried away with their emotions. Next up, we have Aquarius moons. Aquarius moons get a bad reputation for being detached, but in reality, they're analytical, they're logical. That's where they're comfortable. That's how they operate, and that's fine. Lastly, in this category, we have Leo moons. Leo moons can be dramatic and do the most, but at the end of the day, they are always going to express themselves. They have big feelings, but they get that shit out and they move on. Our next category, definitely a liability, endearing though. First up, we have Aries moons. Aries moons are quick to temper, but they are generally emotionally resilient and composed. Next up, we have our Pisces moons. Pisces moons feel everything and they are emotional and sensitive, but that doesn't mean it's unhealthy. We probably have a lot to learn from Pisces moons. Next up, we have our Cancer moons. Cancer moons also get a bad rep. Yes, they can be emotional and moody, but again, having big feelings and being sensitive is not an unhealthy thing. Give them their space, and once the mood passes, you're good to go. Next up, we have Sag moons. When life is good, Sag moons are great. But when shit happens and when life is bad, Sag moons will avoid their feelings like the plague. Humor is a band-aid. Moving on to our last category, the unwell category. First up, we have Capricorn moons. Capricorn moons are exactly like Sag moons, except for the fact that they do not have any of the optimism, they do not have any of the lightheartedness. They have all of the avoidance and the unhealthy coping mechanisms though, or lack thereof coping mechanisms. Next up, we have Scorpio moons. Yes, it's true, Scorpio moons are in the depths, they are going through it, so just be aware of that. Because they're strong though, they don't need anyone, they don't need any help, but just know they're going through it. Next up, we have our Gemini moons. Thinking about the emotional state of a Gemini moon makes me exhausted. These people's minds never stop, they are always going. They probably lay awake at night thinking about something that happened 4 years ago and reanalyzing how it could have gone differently and what they were embarrassed over what they said or didn't say. And lastly, we have the most unwell moon sign, our dear precious Virgo moons. Virgo moon's emotional state is high-strung. Like Gemini moons, their minds never stop. The overthinking is on 10, the anxiety is on 10, the rumination is on 10. Check on the Virgo moons in your life. They need a rest. A fun fact you might not have known is that there are certain cities associated with each zodiac sign. A lot of professional astrologers will have clients come in of a particular sign, and these clients will share how energetically connected to and inspired by these cities they felt. So these are the cities where you might feel most at home based on your zodiac sign. Be sure to check all the signs in your Big Six. When imagining Italy, you might think of vivaciousness, romance, adventure, and no other sign embodies these qualities quite like Aries. The cities associated with Aries all happen to be in Italy. Florence, Naples, and Verona are all said to be the cities where Aries will feel the most energetically aligned. They're all very well suited for Aries' bubbly and charismatic personality. The cities best suited for Taurus are said to be Dublin and St. Louis. Taurus is an earth sign that likes to be grounded, move at their own pace, and be surrounded by nature. Dublin is a city that caters to the socialization Taurus requires, while also being an accessible distance to all the beautiful greenery and nature of Ireland. And for my American Taurians, St. Louis might be for you. It's not too fast-paced like maybe New York, and it's a smaller city that allows for the intimacy Taurus so much adores. If you're a Gemini, the cities for you might be London or San Francisco. London is a bit more fast-paced and excitable, just like Gemini. And San Francisco offers the variety of adventure Gemini's always craving. The cities associated with Cancer are New York and Amsterdam, which makes me very happy as a Cancer who grew up in the suburbs of New York and who was supposed to study abroad in Amsterdam had COVID not canceled my program. Anyway, people who live in New York would die for their city. They're very loyal to it and they might talk shit about it, but if someone outside the city talks shit about it, Cancers won't be having that. They maintain an almost familial connection to the city. Perfect for home-oriented Cancer. And if there's anything a Cancer loves, it's good food, good weed, and pretty views, making Amsterdam the ideal destination for a Cancer. If you know anything about Leos, you probably know that they are dramatic. And what better choice for Leo than the city of drama, Los Angeles? I don't think I need to explain why Leos belong in LA. They also happen to belong in Rome, which is the second city associated with Leo. Of course, Rome is the star of Italy, and the best suited place for Leo if they move there. The cities associated with Virgo are Paris and Boston. I think we're all familiar with the Parisian archetype of snobbiness and condescension, qualities that also happen to align with a lot of Virgos. Virgos also like their city to be clean and orderly, making Boston the perfect choice for them, as it is just a much cleaner version of New York, really. And we will be doing the second half of the Zodiac in part 2.